What's up, everybody? It's me again, just doing a random video. I get nervous every time I click this record button, but here we go. I feel like right now I want to talk about Black Lives Matter. I know everybody's talking about it, but I feel like I've had some strong thoughts about it over the past few days. And man, I don't know if you guys hear these notifications. Um, but I just would like to know the motive. What is their motive? Um, the obvious would be you would think that it's for, I guess, black people getting the same rights and privileges and respect as others. And one would imagine that it would come from, it started because of, I think it started when a Trayvon Martin thing happened. But today they say that it's for police brutality against black people. And so my thoughts on that are, well, one, when George Zimmerman wasn't a cop, when he did what he did, so adding police to that equation is irrelevant. If he want to call himself a neighborhood watch or whatever, that's fine. That's on him. But I feel like the flip side of that, even then, is like I think 9 people were killed by cops. Unarmed black people were killed by cops last year. Probably 9 people murdered here in Chicago just yesterday by other black people. And so when you bring up when you bring up black on black crime, because I used to as well, I'm like, why would you bring up black on black crime? That's irrelevant, right? When you bring that up, people say things like that, and that's what I would say. I felt that like this has nothing to do with it, but when you just sit back and listen and think about things, like I think the media takes advantage of the fact that we have a fast-paced lifestyle. Everything is go quick, quick, quick. It's got to be on your phone. It's got to be accessible. We're on the go. So all we know we don't have to put much error into uh, our articles because they just gonna read a headline and take it for that, you know, and just run with it, you know. So like when you sit back and think about these things, you can't really justify what the Black Lives Matter movement is doing. Like when they get asked about black on black crime and they talk about how police is doing this, Black Lives Matter. Like it's literally in your name. And if the Black Lives Matter, then wouldn't black on black crime be part of that? You know? Like it was just on the news here in Chicago, like a 8 or 9 year old kid got he's murdered, stray bullet, and the police don't have the guy that shot the kid, and they don't have the guys who they were shooting at who also fired back. You know, this goes on all the time here, and that doesn't matter. Teaching dads to be in their kids' lives, and the fact that that usually keeps them, they're less likely to go to jail, you know, do all these things. That's not important to talk about because I mean, the abortion rate is high, and also the fatherless children is high in the black community, and white people are not doing that. Like they're not making us, unless you consider the welfare thing being a driving factor. So, but who did that? Like kind of Democrats. But there was this guy recently at a protest in Utah, I believe. How many black people in Utah though? Let's be real. Um, but a Black Lives Matter thing in Utah, and they just blocked traffic. A guy was trying to get through to get to work or something, and they surrounded his car, and he slowly just kept trying to like, hey, you know, let me get through here. Y'all do you, but let me get through here. And somebody in the crowd, in the Black Lives Matter crowd, I'm gonna call it crowd because obviously we have an issue of labeling these guys. They say it's a protest, but do I need to do another video on what a protest is? I don't know. But they look like riots to me, but I'll say someone in the Black Lives Matter crowd had an assault rifle and aimed it at this guy. And it's been reported that he even opened the door. And so this guy in the car, right, he shoots this guy, pulls off. And the news is reporting it as racist, such and such, shot such and such who was just expressing his rights to have a firearm, and it must have been an anti-Black Lives Matter thing. Like, you're going to put that on this person. Now, think about if you were in that situation. No political affiliation, nothing, right? All you know is you in your car. All of a sudden, your car gets surrounded. You on the way to work. A guy with a rifle aiming at you, and you see what's going on in the news. Then this dude open your door. You gonna shoot. I am. What does my political affiliation, my color, anything have to do with you feeling like, oh shit, I gotta protect myself? Why is the news making a point to label everything before you even get a chance to process it? And I've had a lot of time to process things during Corona. And first, before I get back into that, I want to say I'm sorry for any errors in my speech. If it's random, if it sounds like I'm ranting, look, this is just me doing videos. I don't know. I don't have any plan, any agenda. I mean, I feel like this is more productive than rioting and burning down the city. This is me getting my thoughts out there, and I hope you guys can keep up and stay with me at some point. I'll get to that organization part of this YouTube thing, but right now I just feel so good after each video, and this is only the third one. So I just feel like I have to do it. I don't know why. I'm just supposed to do this. So back to the BLM thing. When I feel like if someone has to, regardless of who it is, but I'm speaking about the news in this point, if someone has to go out of their way to convince you of something, you might want to think twice about it. Like, this whole article could have been reported without it being a racial thing added to it, and I think we all could have come up to our own conclusions, and most likely we all would have heard the story about a guy in his car, a dude tried to get into his car, pointing an assault rifle at him, guy in the car shoots him and pulls off. I think every person on this planet, and especially every American, would have been like, yeah, I would have shot his ass too. But you throw BLM, you throw this, and now it creates something else, and you're just going to run with it because life is so busy. We're hectic. We got to get on Instagram. We got to post on this. We got to show off for this, or put this fake life out there for the internet to see. And it's crazy, man. It's like, it's a battle right now, and I don't think it's a racial one. I feel like it's more of a spiritual battle. I feel like everyone needs to figure out who they are in these times. And I feel like Corona, to some degree, is a blessing, or was supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be a time for all of us to sit our asses down, reevaluate where we are, because we were going too far. You know what I mean? I won't say necessarily on a religious standpoint, but it's kind of like, how the earth has its way of trying to like get you to cleanse yourself before things get bad, and I just feel like that's what Corona was. And you look around and talk to everyone is experiencing and handling this thing a different way. And then it does not help that all of this happens during an election year, because I feel like a lot of people don't pay attention, or didn't in the past pay attention to politics as much as they do now. That's also why there's a lot of confusion. But every election year, these type of shenanigans happen. No, not the virus, but I mean the back and forth, the pandering, this is every election year. Every election year. All these scandals and this and that. People trying to put each other's business out there, try to ruin people just to get in office. This is every election year. So this is nothing new for people that know that. So now, people that don't know how politics work and know the history, which they're trying to get rid of history too, that it's like this is normal. But if they don't know that, they're freaking out. Oh, country's doing this. Oh, that. Like it's just chill out, man. Get your life together. Focus on you. Your government is not working for you right now. That's like, I feel like that's been put to the forefront for everyone to realize that. Look how dysfunctional the government is, really, regardless of who's in office right now. Before, Obama ain't do shit. Trump out here, he got us looking all bad. He's really a narcissist. I like what he's doing as far as money wise for the country, and I don't believe he's racist or anything. And he's actually done more for black people than most presidents. And these are facts. These are not, oh, I'm in my feelings. Like, you got to get your feelings out of it, or let Corona bring you down, sit back, detox from this a little bit, and just think about these things. I got people that I grew up with. Oh man, racist this and that. And I'm like, dude, we was on the same block growing up. What racist stuff did we see? Like, I was with you. What you talking about what white people out here doing? I'm like, we didn't see this. Oh, the TV told you it's like a movement. It's cool to just band together with black folks who in the end are the only people that put me down today in this lifetime right now. The only people that have put me down, I could say in the past, it could be years. The only issues I've had are with other black people out of either jealousy or just, hey, I just want to take something someone else has, or I want to put you down because you seem to be doing okay, so I want to bring you back down here. You know what I mean? I want to bring you down to my level. It's like, that crab in a barrel mentality. I'm sitting in my bed. Sorry, I'm telling you, this wasn't even planned. This is just random. But I just feel like you really got to look at yourself. And the people, like, I'm even evaluating my relationships with everyone, and even the relationships that I thought about that had the most negative impact on me, I should say. After thinking and clearing my mind, I'm like, all I can see now are the actions that I made that didn't help. I don't even see what they do anymore. I look at myself. Like, all I could think about is the things that I did to make things worse or not help them in any situation. So it's like, ever since I've had that mindset, every day has been easier and easier. It's like, I don't care what other people are doing or thinking. I'm doing me. I'm getting myself together, and it feels so good. And I don't mistreat anyone, and I will never. I won't understand you, and that's fine. I will, however, if you try to open my door and get in my car with a gun, I will shoot you. But, I just had to throw that in there. I just feel like I don't know what the motive is. I don't know what you want. And when you get into these arguments with people that agree with BLM, it turns into a shouting match, or they just try to like over talk you, and you can never even get your facts out, and it's all, and everything that they say is not based on any truth. It's usually emotion. And I feel like shame on you Democrats for taking advantage of minorities' emotions and using that as a tool to get power over them and make them behave this way, because they're really only hurting themselves when they go out and destroy these cities and neighborhoods and all that, right? When all this settles down, everyone goes back home, everyone get back to work, we have a vaccine. Then you're going to want your government, the white people, to come and bail you out with funding to rebuild what the shit you just burned down. No. Then if they don't, oh, look, they leave us and aren't. No. Y'all burn down your own neighborhoods. Drive through the neighborhoods and back where we grew up, right? Y'all don't even cut the grass. You know what I mean? Take care of you and your stuff. Where you are, it starts there. Nobody's going to put money into a neighborhood that's just going to be ran back down. That has nothing to do with racism. That's common sense, man. People start thinking for yourself. Um, it's tough. It's tough to see. Uh, and I hope that somewhere, somehow, some way, that what I'm saying gets to somebody. If it's one person, I'll feel good. I feel like the right people gonna hear what I'm saying, though. That's why I feel like I have to do it. Something's telling me to do this, and the right people will see it. Um, and it's hard for me to even label what this channel is. So it started one way, but it's just going to be just I'm feeling just overall, I just want positivity. I want everyone to focus on that. And I will use examples politically because I feel like it's very relevant. And right now that's what's really hurting a lot of people is politics. Like everyone is freaking out. Everyone is fighting. Like why are there riots and for like over 100 days in Portland right now? Like what are we doing? And the part that upsets me and probably most people that would be considered either Uncle Tom or if they're white, they're racist, is most of these people are these young hipster kids who, I mean, 20 and under, you know, they living in their mom's basement, don't work. Like I lived out that way, like Seattle. I don't recommend it, but it's a lot of carefree living out there. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people about their business also. That's where, I mean, a lot of the tech industry is. But the majority, the people that are out here in these, when I'm looking at the Seattle autonomous zone, I'm like, these people look familiar. These, I mean, they're on drugs, high as hell, right there on camera, high as hell. They want this to burn down so they can continue to live off of complaining, I guess. I don't know, and just they want everybody to be brought down instead of them working their way up. That's my opinion. And these are just my views. I don't know, everybody has a different opinion and that's fine. I have different life experiences, but these are just mine. And I'm just hoping that you guys can start thinking for yourselves, but I guess my way of helping you get there if you're interested is to start with that question. What does BLM stand for? Look them up, look into it. And if you need help, man, there's people out there that'll tell you on their end and on the opposing end, I'm sure. But can we gain information from each other and learn without wanting to kill each other? Come on, man. I'm seeing more race issues caused for the thought of racism being an issue than there was before. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's just my random video. I'll get back on topic on the next one, I promise. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Stay safe, you know. If you get any checks from the government, pay your bills. Don't go shopping. Pay your bills. Get caught up. If you got extra money on the side doing whatever you do, good. Use this money to get caught up. You know, pay your bills, man. Don't fight with your neighbor. Go talk to them. They might be awesome. You know, it might not be, but that's okay too. Yeah, I appreciate some of the feedback I've gotten already. That's very positive, and you know, it feels great, even though it's just a hey, I agree. I just, you know, I just, like I said, I feel like I got to do this, and like I said, if I feel like I got one person, my stepdad told me after he watched the Uncle Tom video, he said, I got to get out here and convert people. I don't want to say I'm out here now trying to convert people into Republicans, but I'm trying to convert people into free thinkers. Now, if you thought for yourself and came to your own conclusion and you still choose what you choose, then that's fine. That's totally fine. But when you just did it just to do it because you were told something and it's based off of just whatever that person knew they should say to you to get you to run under their wing, that's not cool, man. Think for yourself. Don't let TV think for you. All right? Now, see y'all next time. Give me about 2 days. Peace.